What is up, YouTube? Welcome in to the top 5 crate guns video for Arma 3 Battle Royale. Now, a lot of this does involve personal opinion of the guns, which is how I've based the rankings of these guns going in with my experience in Battle Royale with the weapons. So let's jump into the first one. So first up, coming in at number 5 is the Soviet 50 cal, the KSVK. The KSVK is an absolute monster of a gun. If you're hitting someone with this thing, they are going to drop. 99 times out of 100, if you hit someone with the KSVK, they're going down. And that one time, it was probably due to desync or some other issue with the hitboxes that sometimes goes on in Arma 3. But man, the KSVK is an absolute Zeus cannon of a rifle. This thing is such a monster. One-hitter quitter. Only takes the Soviet optics like the PSO Cobra sight and the PSO-3. But it is an absolute beast. So I was wondering about this, and I wanted you guys to get a perspective on just how crazy this round is. So the first round up on your screen on the left side, that 7.62 by 51, that is a Mark 17 round right there. It would be in your Mark 17, it would be in your M24, CZB1. That's the round that those guns are taking. The 7.62 by 54R right next to it, that would be a Dragunov round, the SVD that you would find in crates. The round right next to it, that's a 50 cal round right there. 50 cal sniper rifle shoots out a 12.7 by 99. And that absolute monster to the right of that 12.7 by 108, that is the KSVK round. An absolute beast, monster of a round. It makes the 7.62 by 51 round look tiny. And the thing is, that 7.62 by 51 round is actually pretty damn big as well. Compared to other rounds like 5.56. So yeah, the 12.7 by 108 is an absolute behemoth of a round. So why is the KSVK coming in as my number 5? It's actually the only sniper rifle that I'm going to include in this list. The reason I'm putting it in the list is its crazy stopping power, man. If you hit someone with this round, they're going to drop. I mean, even if you hit them in the damn toe, they're going down. It's got crazy good fire rate, as you just saw. You're able to take out multiple targets pretty quick. It's even decent up at close range due to that fact that the fire rate's not that bad. You can quickly swap between targets and fire off many rounds. It's pretty accurate even out at longer ranges. You're guaranteed, like if you hit somebody with it, that you're going to get the kill out at longer ranges as well. The other sniper rifle that you maybe could consider putting in a top 5 list is the L115. The L115 takes the non-Soviet optics, like the you can put an RCO on it, you can put an LRPS on it, you can put an MOS on it. So that's like really the only upside. The downside to it is that it's got really slow fire rates, and sometimes people won't die from the AWM or the L115 round. Another great thing going on with the KSVK, it's penetration, man. This thing will go through anything. It's like a hot knife through butter. Will go straight through walls and keep on going. You can wall bang the heck out of people with that, man. So that's the KSVK, man. Coming in at number 5. Great sniper rifle. So coming in at number 4 is the Mark 48 LMG. So the Mark 48 is actually one of 2 LMGs that I'm going to feature in this video. Which actually surprised me is that the Mark 48 doesn't have as much fire rate as the next LMG that I'm going to talk about. But that doesn't really put a hit in it. As you just saw, it tears through 10 guys like it's nothing. It's got good enough fire rate to the point that you can easily still spray with it. You can hip fire with it. You're going to be able to get enough rounds on your targets quick enough that it makes it a great hip fire gun. Another plus to the Mark 48 is just the LMG fun factor, man. These guns being capable of holding 100 rounds of 7.62, you can shoot cars, houses, anything, man. Anything that's in your path, you're going to go through with this gun. So you got a team of 2, a team of 3 up in top of a house, man. Just take shots through the house. You're going to end up hitting them and taking them out. Mark 48 LMG, such a good gun. Now, this is actually where the Mark 48 surprised me. So I was surprised that its fire rate actually wasn't as good as the next LMG that I'll be talking about in this video. But the thing that did surprise me is its long-range accuracy. I actually thought that the other gun outperformed it accuracy-wise as well. But when it comes to longer ranges, the Mark 48 actually is more accurate. It holds a tighter pattern, and you're able to take out targets at longer distances. Now, the thing is, in Battle Royale, how often are you actually going to be taking shots out past, 600 meters? It's not going to happen all that often. But when you do, the Mark 48 is a great gun for it, man. As you can see in the video, these targets are the first targets are about at 400 meters that we shot at, then it goes out to 6, then it goes out to 8, and then all the way back there is targets out at 1,000 meters. And the Mark 48, man, even at 1,000 meters, you can still consistently hit them at that distance, which is actually just insanely nuts. Able to take out targets still. You're getting pretty far up there past the 1,000 meter mark on the Mildos to make that shot. But it's still capable of hitting at that range and delivering a death blow. So next up, we got the Mark 17 sniper variant. It's one of 2 assault rifles that I'm going to feature in this top 5 video. So why the Mark 17 coming in at number 3? The reason being is the Mark 17 is deadly accurate. It's got good fire rate, not great. The biggest downside to the Mark 17 and many of the other 7.62 by 51mm rifles is that they only have a 20-round mag. It doesn't hold the gun back, though, from taking out multiple targets. If you run into, say, even a team of 4, you should still be able to take them out with 1 mag if you're placing your shots well, if you're spraying the gun accurately. Like I said, though, the biggest thing that the Mark 17 has going for it is its accuracy. You can also suppress it, which is another good key factor, which actually should help you out some at longer ranges. This gun is basically a 20-round sniper rifle. It isn't quite as powerful as, like KSVK, AWM, but it still can deliver def shots, can still one-shot people out past 500 meters. Leg shots, arm shots that go through the arm and into the chest. The 7.62 by 51mm round, it's still a great round. It's still capable of one-shotting people in Arma 3. As you can see, though, the deadly accuracy, man. We're out there and it's still just shot after shot going in, hitting its targets where exactly you want it to. It even gets out past, up to the 1,000 meter range, and it's still going strong. The Mark 17 held the highest velocity out of any of the guns past the KSVK. Even out at the 1,000 meter mark, it's still coming in close. I think it was up still over 300 meters per second. Even out at 1,000 meters, which is really, really good. So coming in at number 2, our second LMG, the L7A2. So the L7A2 coming in as our number 2 gun. The reason that I'm putting this in front of the Mark 48, the other LMG, the reason it's in the number 2 spot and the Mark 48 isn't is due to its insane fire rates, man. It has the most absurd fire rate. If you get in a close range battle, if even up to 100 meters, the spray on this thing is so nuts. So many bullets coming out at you so quick. It's just like an impossible force it's an impossible force to beat. You can suppress people behind cover for so long. If people are just hiding behind bushes, you can just unloot through the bushes, take them out. There's nothing they can do. Of course, it's got the LMG fun factor going for it as well. This gun even better for chewing through walls because of how many rounds it puts out. It's so insane, man. And it doesn't perform as well as the Mark 48 at longer ranges, though. That's really the only downside to the gun. Of course, you can't suppress it either, which is another downside, but you can't suppress any of the LMGs. But the thing is, it's still good enough for what you need. Like, you don't need crazy 1,000 meter accuracy. How often are you actually shooting at people out at that range? Anything under 500 meters, man, 500 meters or less, it's still going to perform really well for you. It's not like it's bad out at, past 500 meters. It's just not quite as accurate as the Mark 48 is. There's more of a spread on the rounds. It's still a great LMG, though. It's still a great LMG. It's the reason it's coming in at my number 2 spot. That fire rate, man, it separates it from the others and makes it a super, super great gun. So coming in at my number 1 spot is the SA-58. Now, everybody might not agree with this. You might not think that the SA-58 is the best gun in Battle Royale, but personally, I do, man. I think the SA-58 is the most beastly gun out there in Battle Royale right now. It's 7.62 by 39, which is actually a smaller round than, of course, the Mark 17, which is 7.62 by 51. But for some reason, currently in Arma, the 7.62 by 39 at closer ranges is actually doing more damage than the NATO 7.62x51. Not exactly sure why. If you check out the damage chart that Luddigus makes, it was in one of my previous videos. If you go to the Battle Royale Discord and you type in !damage, it'll bring it up. But it actually outperforms the 7.62x51 round, the Mark 17, at closer ranges. It comes in at about 53 damage on the targets that he's shooting at, and the Mark 17 comes in at 51. As you just saw, its fire rate is absolutely absurd, and one of the other things that separates this from this Mark 17 is the fact that it has 30 rounds instead of 20. You know, the fact that you got 30 rounds of whooping 7.62x39 that are capable of doing actually more damage than 7.62x51 is just absolutely nuts, man. The fire rate, absolutely absurd. In close range combat, you do not want to have to run into this the SA-58, man. Now, the biggest downside to the SA-58 is that at longer ranges, it's not quite as good. The thing is, like I was saying with the last LMG, is that you're really not going to be getting into that all that often. This gun can perform well up to about 500 meters. Out past that, it's basically an act of futility. As you're going to see towards the end of this, to actually hit someone out at 1,000 meters, I had to spray so far above their head. It took me many mags to actually eventually finally end up hitting them. As you can see, the round is just dropping crazy. We're only out to about, I don't know, this is the 600 meter target, I think. And I'm having to aim at about the 1,000 meter mil dot in order to hit them. So yeah, after we get out past this guy and we go out to the farthest target, you're going to see how crazy the bullet drop is. So the bullet drop is pretty tremendous. But like I was saying, man, you don't really need to be shooting at somebody all the time out past 600 meters. You can also carry a separate gun, you know, if you get a Lee Enfield and this combined together, it's a great package. So it does have its downsides, but I personally feel like it's really, really damn good. Another downside to it, this might change your the opinion on this. So 7.62x51, this is the L782 shooting through a house, and it goes through houses like it's nothing. Something's up with the 7.62x39mm guns from the Cup weapon pack. They're not able to penetrate through houses. So this is the Mark 17. It shoots right through the house as well. But then we're going to go on to the SA-58, and something's up with the guns. They're not able to shoot through houses. The 7.62x39 should still be able to go through it. 6.5 can go through it. 7.62x39 can easily go through this, especially for a Milsim. If you're speaking realistically, 7.62x39, you know, common AK round, it's gonna chew through houses like it's nothing. This is one of Bohemia's guns. This is the AK-12. It's an Apex DLC weapon. The Apex gun, AK-12, is able to go through walls. It's also 7.62x39mm. It doesn't have the same problem as the SA-58. I'm pretty sure it's due to something with the Cup weapon pack. But yo guys, thanks for tuning in. Leave a comment down below and let me know what your top 5 Battle Royale crate guns are in your opinion. Like always, I'll catch you guys in the next video.